came out Sunday, looked at the film, a lot of things that we can correct, a lot of mistakes that we made. There were some good things that we can build on, but we've moved forward, learned from our mistakes. Today's a new day, new week. We're going to win today and continue to win throughout the week and prepare for a win on Saturday.
Kind of just looking back to last week a little bit, Coach, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little bit of a mixed bag at the end of the first
Mm-hmm.
quarter where it's a tie game at 7 both ways, where you're probably going, well, we made more mistakes where this game could maybe be a little bit more out of reach, but also those opportunities where it could have been different the other way.
Sure.
What did you feel kind of led to just that second quarter outburst for the Jackrabbits?
Well, they're a good football team. Some of the things we did to ourselves, we can't do that to, especially a good football team. Turning the ball over is the obvious. Jumping off sides, they kill drives, having 8 sacks, our tackling, having them 3rd and long and letting them get a first down. We're in position to make plays. We got to make some plays. And then we did some good things. We did some good things out there, but just being consistent in what we're doing. Very capable on both sides of the football. We've got an all-in team that's working hard together. We just got to get some things corrected and not shoot ourselves in the foot.
You knew that, again, South Dakota State's defense was one of, if not going to be the best defense that you guys would face all year. I think out of the 9 drives in the first half, 4 of them went for negative yardage. I know quick starts has been something you guys have been really trying to work on. What did you feel that was kind of the case on Saturday? I know it's a mixed bag, and give credit to the opponent too, but some things that you thought you could have done better to make those drives maybe go a little bit further.
Well, I think it's, you look at a play here, play there, or a guy here, a guy there, just not, staying on a block, or maybe the ball doesn't go where it's supposed to go on a throw. But everybody has a hand in it. It starts with me, starts with, the coaching staff, to the players, being accountable, holding their position accountable, which we'll do. I feel confident we've got a very together group. They saw the plays we left out there. We certainly left quite a few out there. Give them credit. They're a good football team, but we've got to be able to handle our business and do a much better job moving football.
How important is it to realize that it wasn't just the turnovers? I think that may be a talking point for me, maybe some fans. The turnovers killed you, and it wasn't just that. There was more that wasn't there that your team wasn't able to execute in that first half.
Well, I think that's always the obvious indication, is that it was the turnovers, and certainly we put our defense in a bad position, but you know what? They stood up and made a great stop, held them to kick a field goal, and they missed it. We go down, we score 7-7. We got a chance to get off the field a couple times on some 3rd and long. They made a good play. We're in position to make a play. We got to knock the ball down. They go up 14-7. They kick off Dakota Caton, and I think he's going to break it to go the distance. And we just got to strain a little bit longer, stay on a block. Guy trips him up, and a couple plays later, we turn the ball back over. And next thing you know, it's 21-7. And again, a lot of plays left out there that we see on film. They see it, we see it. But at the end of the day, we're all together in this, and we learned from it on Sunday, and we're coming back on Tuesday and getting ready for this next one.
Defensively, being without Clayton Glasgow, who was the Valley Football Defensive Player of the Week the previous week in the win against Western Illinois, saw some guys that had to fill in and maybe get more reps than they're normally used to, whether it's a David Whittemore, Davion Higgs. Knowing that, how'd you feel those younger pieces, guys who maybe aren't in there as much because of what Clay and Jonas normally do in that room, what you saw on Saturday against a really good team? Well,
you did. You saw guys that haven't played a whole lot play significant reps. We had guys that would do anything to be out there, that are fighting to get back and that want to be out there, want to help their team. That's why I'm so confident we're gonna be just fine, because of the type of culture that we have here. You come to practice and you watch, there's nobody standing around. We've got offensive linemen playing defensive line, we've got defensive line playing offensive line, we've got guys that helping in any way they can, and we got guys that are battling to come back, that want to be back. And of course, we're not going to just let anyone go back unless they're cleared medically. But we have a group of guys and that's part of the culture. And then when your number is called, as some of them were called on Saturday, they went out and made the most of it.
Look at Illinois State. James Robinson, of course, is a guy who gets a lot of accolades, and they are all well-deserved. When you watch him on film, what does stand out just about what he is and why what he does is so special?
Well, he's obviously very powerful. He'll run through. You can't arm tackle him. He's got great speed. He can go the distance. But he's a big-time back. And, when you watch him play, he's always finished forward. And you got to gang tackle him. You got to hit. And if you think you're just going to trip him up, he's going to go for 5, 6, 7, 8 more yards. You got to hit him firm, and we got to get a lot of guys to him to get him stopped.
A lot like your team, whether bitten by the injury bug in some key spots. For them, it's been at wide receiver. But despite that injury bug, maybe taking some key guys out for the game on Saturday, what they've been without here for a little while now, what do you make of Brady Davis and their passing attack and their ability to throw the ball?
Well, he can beat you with his feet. He can obviously, he extends plays with his feet. He avoids pressure. He's got a great arm, live arm. He's got some good tight ends, got some good wide receivers still. Obviously, you got great running backs. They got a lot of weapons on offense, and they're huge up front.
Defensively, their defensive line has been able to disrupt many teams this year. I think 33 sacks on the season right now is what they have. They had 15 as a team a year ago. Still some key guys. Romeo McKnight back in a little bit more playing time. What do you like about their defensive line and why they've been able to have success here throughout the season?
Well, I think they're active. They can pressure your quarterback. They certainly did in one game where they had 9 sacks. Romeo had 3. But they can bring a lot of pressure. Could last year as well. But they've taken it to a next level this year. They're leading the conference in sacks by a large margin. But they're going to pressure you in a lot of different ways. But we got a heck of a challenge up front.
Is that much of a, I don't know, I don't want to put words in your mouth of a concern, but after South Dakota State had success in terms of getting the Curtis, I think 8 sacks they had over the weekend, what are the areas that you guys try to work on and learn from the tape? I know you're going to get another test of a group that likes to disturb the backfield as much as they've done all year.
Well, it'll be a big test. There's no question. Illinois State does a great job, not only with, they'll bring safeties, they'll bring corners, they'll bring them from every which way. So we got a big challenge this week. They got a great attitude when they blitz, called blitz attitude. They're coming. They got one-on-one opportunities, and we got to win them. And that certainly was the case every week. It was the case last week. We had our opportunities to protect the quarterback, and we got to do that. That's our job.